Truly delighted to have you on Business Glide, your go-to point on matters public policy, analysis, business, and economics at large. I'm yours truly, Richard Mwenja, the host of the show, and it is always an honor to have you on board on yet another edition of this informative and insightful show. Now today on the show, you're talking matters welfare gain strides made the government, targeting the police service. Is the government making sufficient strides therein? We're going to unpack all that, one after the other on this particular edition. And with me on this subject to help me unpack it is none other than East Africa's renowned public scholar, Herman Manyora. How are you, sir?
Good.
You okay?
Wonderful.
That shirt, though, quite old.
Old, eh? All this gold.
All this gold.
Yes.
Someone said you really need to upgrade your wardrobe. What's happening?
I don't know. You see, the problem with Kenyans, you spend so much attention on small things. The outside, I've been treating. The outside is more important than the inside. The label is more important than labeled. You know, it is only in useless places like Kenya where people are defined by the way they are dressed. Many places in the world, you cannot distinguish people merely by the way they dress.
Even when you're appearing on a big show that is business.
No, nothing. People just... Kwanza kama wazungu wako na nguo ngapi? Mzungu wako na shati mbili tu na t-shirt moja na suti moja. Look at typical Kenyan middle class. He buys 10 suits in a year. Plastic suits from China and Turkey and the rest. We spend so much national resources on clothes. Actually, we must think about it. There's so much wastage in terms of what we put on. Speaking of which, you're talking about clothes. But this shirt, of course, is a very serious shirt, so leave it alone.
I should leave it alone.
Yes.
All right, I'll donate one from my closet to you.
Yes,
soon enough.
Thank you, sir.
Now that you're talking about matters clothing and grooming, the recent development when it comes to welfare gain that is tried to be fronted to the police service is the call for public participation by the National Police Service Commission. They are looking at selecting a new uniform for uniformed men in the police service. And there are those who believe that shouldn't be a priority when it comes to reforming the welfare gain of policemen, that maybe that is just a conduit, a procurement conduit for people to steal. And also that there are other competing needs that police officers need to be attended to other than just their grooming. Do you believe that somewhat that thought holds ground? Police
must look smart and presentable. So uniform is part of the deal.
But the question is, every new administration comes with a new change of uniform.
No, that shouldn't be the case. It's important for the police just to have good uniform. And there's nothing wrong with the uniform they have. The only problem, people are saying it was imposed to us by the Chinese. So since public perception is important, you can just remove it and go back to the old uniform. It's not a big deal.
It is not a big deal.
And then you don't say you don't put it on tomorrow. So there will be no waste. Continue using it until it fades out. Yeah. And keep replacing. So this year you get one set instead of two, because you still have the one of last year and the other year. When it gets too old, you get another one, until finally we phase out after 4 or 5 years.
But somewhat, do you believe it's Kenyans who've been blindfolded to this position that every new reform is always a conduit for people to steal?
Of course.
Especially when it comes to uniformed
everything
forces.
Is our time to eat. You appoint somebody, a minister or a cabinet secretary, he goes to the office, he must replace the curtains, carpet, seats, everything must be changed. He said, this is not my test, as if he's going there for his test. He's going to work for the people of Kenya. But the idea is, that thing will cost like 20 million, out of which about 10 is his, 10, 15. The curtains will cost like maybe 3 million, and yet maybe just about 500,000. The carpet will cost so much, wall to wall, all the language they use for procurement, it will be expensive, the seats will be. You saw that chair from CIA, was it 1 million?
Sure.
Yes. This is your country.
It is our country.
Yeah.
It is believed that just this last end of month, many police officers have smiled on their way to the bank following a marginal pay increase of between 1,200 shillings to 11,000 Kenyan shillings in their salaries. And they're expecting another salary hike between the financial year 2024-2025. Finally, from where you sit, are you looking at an avenue or a space whereby we finally walk to the realization that there is need for better salaries and dignified salaries for policemen and women?
No, nothing could be further from the truth. Is it not an insult, really, to say you are paying the police 1,000 shillings extra? This is an insult.
But there's a promise, next financial year, there'll be an additional.
Another 1,000. Still an insult. You better not give.
Better not give? You've said the same about the Teachers Service Commission.
Sure, yeah.
Can the country afford it?
Of course.
But then you say safari ya bamba ni machero. It takes time. Slow, progressive increase.
Let me tell you. Let's continue saying it will take time. Today we have removed the teacher from the school, from the classroom. That's how good we have. That's how good we are. That's how clever we are. Teachers will ask for a pay increment of peanuts. They will go into an agreement, they sign the CBA, the government will move to court. Teachers will go on strike, including university. You go to court and the court say strikes are illegal. They are never legal anywhere. You put all roadblocks to improving the welfare of the teacher from the primary school to the university. And now we are paying for it. I have no shame in saying it. Today, our universities, the most conspicuous thing about the university today is the absence of the professor. The teachers are not there. And if you find a teacher there, they are only physically there. Long before this corona thing of online teaching. Because the teachers have been made to believe nobody cares about them. Nobody values them. So in fact, one of the most difficult things you can engage in is to try to get a university lecture on campus. If you had something urgent to do and he can't pick your phone and you want him physically, utachukua leave to get him. Nobody goes to the university. We have destroyed the universities by kicking out the teachers. We've kicked out the lecturers. Because even very sensible demands, we have reacted very badly to them. So the teacher today, as you give him 1,000 shillings, you have kicked him out of the classroom. The teacher is not somebody who works like 8 to 5. The teacher is somebody who sacrifices. Teachers go to school as early as 6. Who asks them to be there at 6? The teachers remain in the school beyond duty. Teachers carry work home to go and mark. That's not duty. That's a calling. That is sacrifice. The teachers take care of your children in school. You throw them there and they do the role of the teacher. They are the mothers, they are the fathers. And when they ask for some little money, you throw 1,000 shillings at them and make a lot of noise about it. What have we done now? We have succeeded in making teachers say, okay, this is a job. You want us to treat it like, now it's a job.
Have it.
It is a job. Yes, let's do it like a job. Anafanya na ng'ombe yake anakamua saa 2 yako shule. Saa 7 lunch anaondoka anaenda kuangalia ng'ombe inaendelea na mgani, anarudi. Saa 9:30 saa 10 ameenda nyumbani. They don't carry work, they don't do nothing. And look at the children. Look at the delinquents today. Look at the delinquents. In another few years from now, please listen to me.
I am.
I'll get annoyed.
No need.
In another few years from now, to teach in a class in Nairobi here, you'll need a policeman.
A policeman on standby?
Yes, and it's happening in other countries. Because the teachers are not interested and the children have been thrown there by their parents. Boarding, what? They don't care. They are busy making money. And the society doesn't appreciate teachers. Government doesn't want to pay teachers. Say, okay, fine. It's just a job like any other job. Mina ingia saa 2, mina toka. The extra things teachers used to do, wamewacha hizo vitu sasa. And you can see schools are going to be horrible places. Even a teacher to teach in class, anaambia mwalimu leo tumechoka, enda rudi kesho.
We've seen arson attacks before.
Yeah, we are okay. Today we are okay, mwalimu, come tomorrow. That's where we are headed. Because we are so stupid. We think because we have power, we can frustrate teachers. Because we are so important, teachers are rubbish. We can pay them the peanuts we think we can pay them. And yet this country can afford. And the people who are doing it then surrender their children to the teachers. Today's parent, I and other people, and you tomorrow. The attention you give to your child, 0 to 10 is 2. You want the teacher to give 8% to your child. Alafu akiuza mshahara mnatupa 1,000 hapo, msema ndio hiyo, kula hiyo, piga makofi, mtaona.
Before the press meeting.
Kitawaramba.
No, but you say the other day, doctors and teachers, malipo yao ni binguni, malipo si hapa.
I was also,
metaphorically,
yeah, that's what, because that's what you think. Let me also take you back now that you have mentioned, because these people are stupid.
No. We said when you call someone stupid, we're going to call them right now.
No, these are stupid people. English, English, the beauty with English, it has the right word for everything. How do you describe people who behave the way we are behaving towards people like policemen, who guard us, who protect us? And we can't take care of simple matters of welfare. Look at where the police stay. And there are people like us with families. Look at what we pay them. And we expect our life when we go to sleep. We depend on our policeman to make sure we sleep peacefully. And when it comes to saying just asante kidogo, how do you describe people like those? These are stupid people. So when now you talk about teachers and doctors and what have you, in the medieval period, those
Back in time.
Yeah. Teachers, they were called pedagogues, professionals, including people who give other professional services like doctors and what have you, who are never paid a salary. Okay? But there are certain things they enjoyed. First of all, they were not recruited into the military. You know that it used to be forced conscription. Everybody, a young man had to go to the army. Them they were exempt. They were also exempted from taxes.
Tax exemption?
Yes.
Wow.
Pay unto Caesar what belongs
to Caesar.
So it was there during those days of Jesus being born. So they were exempted from forceful military service
And taxes.
and taxes. Secondly, as they moved from place to place, people made donations to them so that they can survive. That's why when you are graduating, did you see something back there?
Sure.
That hood.
Yeah.
You know the meaning?
Not quite.
That's where people dropped coins
Oh,
as the people moved.
tokens
Those
of
professionals
appreciation.
move from region to region, from village to village. Akipita unachukua shilingi unaweka hapa kwa hiyo hood.
Shukrani.
They are not supposed to be chasing money because their attention is on serious matters. So today, you want teachers to live, to die, and the policemen, as they serve you, you will pay for it.
So somewhat, are you writing off the efforts that were made by the
There was no effort.
Maraga-led
There was
task
no-
force?
Maraga, is it what has produced this?
Yeah.
I doubt.
Part of it was what
No.
they recommended.
First of all, I have said, no, this was a general wage thing.
Since way
That
back.
is between 7 and 10%. It has affected teachers, it has affected the police and everybody else. But even the Maraga one, I said there was no need for the Maraga one. So
Task
it was
force.
superficial. I said it. Because we have the National Police Service Commission. That is its work. To work together with the salaries and the
Remuneration Commission.
commission.
They've
You
made a
don't need
statement.
another commission.
They've actually made a statement and said for the first time they've worked seamlessly in tandem with SRC to achieve this
Who?
marginal pay hike, NPSC.
There's no pay hike. This thing was just a general wage increase. Please.
Nothing to do
these
with
these
spirited
these are the
effort.
things I'm saying cannot come from stupid people. A general wage increase is not a negotiated word. This is just general. It applies across board to cater for inflation and other things. Or
Inflation
political
adjustment.
purposes. So you throw here, and then you say hata mkilia housing levy, lakini nimeongeza 7%, hiyo ni 3% to 1%. You're not political or inflational. That's not negotiated.
So this far you want to say what the government has done is just to add salt to injury when it comes to policemen and women.
It's an insult to the teachers and to the police. And I'm telling, you know me, I love this country. And I'm telling people, don't be too clever. Why are you being too clever with your children? Why? Let me show you how stupid we can be.
All right.
Because you take your child to an academy or outside the country, you don't care what happened to the Kenyan children who go to these stupid schools.
Yeah.
But when your children come from America and from Canada, two things. First of all, do you know what kind of things they have picked there? An overwhelming number of people, especially young people, who go for something below first degree and below. Some people even take their children to these top schools, international and outside the country, primary, boarding and first degree. A big number, frightening number come from there when they have picked all manner of bad things. So if your schools were here and they were good, the child you took to Australia would not be the wreck you are now coming back to you. So make that school in Kenya so that your child can go to it.
Very well.
The second thing is, when those children come from Canada, or from Turi, these big schools and what you call them, and are they going to live in their own world, or they will live in this country?
This country.
With these children who went to these bad schools? Or they will live in their own world? So interact with them.
Sure.
So are you not stupid? Create an environment that is good for the children of this country when it comes to school. Let's all be winners. And it can be done. It is possible. There is enough money. When it comes to the police, let's have a disciplined police force we can be proud of. Let's train them well. Let's take care of their welfare. Let's pay them well and let them do a good job. We will all benefit. But to throw 1,000 shillings at a policeman, when that very day, the person who is putting his signature on that, umbwa yake itakula 11,000 siku hiyo. How can you describe a person like that? He's stupid.
This far, the IG of police, Japhet Koome, has always been voiceful enough when it comes to matters need for him to improve police welfare. Yes. When you see such parks being fronted the way of police, do you feel that Japhet Koome will go down in history as a landmark IG who really made...
The police are very annoyed, by the way. They are not happy.
By Koome?
We only have 110,000 police or thereabouts.
Yeah, sure.
How difficult is it to pay 120,000 people? How difficult? This economy can... Let me tell you. Poorer countries down south here pay cleaners 45,000 shillings.
Casual laborers?
Small people down there who clean and do small jobs. The lowest paid. Botswana, Namibia, where, South Africa. The average pay, translated from dollars or rands, is in the region of 45, 40,000, 50,000. Minimum pay. And I've argued in this country. A policeman, the least paid policeman in this country, when we are doing so badly, should be in the region of maybe $700, maybe $600, maybe even $500.
But about 50,000
70,000, 80,000. At the very least, if you don't want to pay a policeman in Kenya, pay them 70, 80,000 basic salary before you put on other allowance. If you don't want to pay them. But if you really want to pay a policeman in this country, the least you should pay a policeman is $1,000. And we can afford it.
We can.
We can afford it. Then train them well. Equip them well. Let them do a good job. Let's reduce. How much are we losing to crime?
Billions of shillings.
Look, everybody has turned a home into a fort. Ukuta, stone wall, electric wall.
Surveillance cameras.
What's all that? It's a country that is not safe. There's no security in this country. Why can't we pay our policemen well? They will fight crime. How much are banks losing today?
Cyber crimes.
How much are we losing through cyber crime? So we need to pay our policemen well. Train them well. Take care of their welfare. Train our teachers well. Take them to good working environments with good classrooms. There are many schools in this country where a study was done. I'm not just talking. A study was done, and absenteeism among teachers was correlating with toilets.
Despicable.
That schools that had high levels of absenteeism also didn't have toilets. So that answering the call of nature, imekutoa shule, you are not likely to come back.
After you got independence, that is.
I'm talking of you in 21st century. And I want to challenge even our universities. Our universities today, even basic things like toilets are not functional. They are not there.
Even in
it's rare to find a functional toilet in a university. These universities, I'm not talking of my university, these universities, public universities. So those kind of working environments. A working environment is a place in the morning you want to fly. Walking is not good enough. A matatu is not fast enough. Your car is not fast enough. You want to get to your office and remove your coat and put on the hang and work. The environment is clean, ambience. You can fix yourself coffee and continue working.
Welcoming.
That is a working environment. Teachers must go to schools that are good working environments. The classroom is good. Children are clean. Today you go in class, children are stinking because the environment they live even at home, in the school. The toilets in our schools, 90%, and you're telling me not to call these people stupid. Over 90% of primary schools in this country, if you enter the toilet, you go to hospital. And the children are stepping there barefoot. And we call ourselves people. And you tell me I can't say the word stupid. We are stupid people. Because we can afford to make the children of this country learn in clean environment. Instead of stealing all the money that is meant for improving the learning conditions for our children. And teachers will be happy to teach in those schools.
Sanitation.
And they should pay them. If you cannot take care of basic sanitation,
which is an SDG.
Basic sanitation. Just basic sanitation. That you have a place, if you are oppressed, you can go and, as a teacher. Or if you see where children go to toilets in this school, this country, when foreigners walk there with videos, I just feel like crying. And therefore, my friend, let's call out those who want us to celebrate and clap for them for giving policemen 1,000 shillings increment and the teachers 800 shillings. We cannot clap for them. We shall call them out.
And promising them more in the next financial year.
Another 800.
Safari ya Bamba ni Machero. Well, there you have it from Herman Manyora. We've been talking matters, the need for the government to give a sense of dignity to police officers in their labor, in their pursuit, professional pursuit, and also major components of those domiciled in our public service. That has been our conversation today on Business Glide. Time now for Fun of the Week. It is none other than this amazing gentleman, Grand Mullah Kaiser from Nairobi.
Grand Mullah Kaiser. Why is he stealing up Ahmed Nasir's name? Grand Mullah
Kaiser.
Kaiser. GM Kaiser. Thank you very much for being part of us.
Stephen Leto's best friend.
Oh, Stephen Leto is also a good young man, a friend of mine.
All right, there you have it. Until next time on Business Glide, I'm yours truly, Richard Mwenjo. God bless.